Let's look at Marble Falls, where we don't have as many of the cumulus clouds trying to lift out there. Much of the hill country, you're now behind the dry line, so your air is drier and less humid, but also more stable as a result. Just out ahead of the dry line, though, that's where we have the potential anyway for an isolated yet potentially severe storm. So this is our Highland Furniture and River City Grill camera there in Marble Falls. Behind the dry line, Mason, Llano, San Saba, Lampasas, much of Burnett County. Ahead of the dry line, parts of Gillespie and Blanco counties, and then the rest of us in the metro and our eastern counties. And right now we're going to be on cloud watch because the development of rapidly growing clouds is the early sign of thunderstorm development. And so far the clouds aren't growing rapidly, but they are starting to grow from Gillespie into Blanco and into the Austin metro and beyond. The dry line, as well as a weak front helping to generate some downpours and storms in Oklahoma. Not a whole lot happening statewide just yet, but this is the positioning of the dry line. It's cut through the hill country just west of the Austin metro. So that puts the metro on the humid side of the dry line and a potential anyway for storms to develop along it. And then behind the dry line is the much drier air. So going into the evening, coverage is going to be limited. I don't want you to pay attention necessarily to the exact placement of showers and storms here through the evening, but how limited the coverage is. Most areas are not going to have a storm today or for this weekend for that matter. But those that do could get a quick severe storm with large hail and damaging wind. I do think that the northern hill country will be dry here this evening because of the position of the dry line, but just about anywhere else could have a stray storm between now and about 9 p.m. Then the rest of the night is dry. Low clouds fill in by daybreak here tomorrow morning. Should be another cloudy start to the day with gradual improving sunshine. And then tomorrow afternoon, once again, after about 3 or 4, we could see some spotty to widely scattered downpours and storms developing. There is some indication that the hill country would be most likely to see those tomorrow because the dry line is going to be a little farther to the west. That would mean just ahead of the dry line would be the hill country. Some of those storms, though, may try to drift into the Austin metro tomorrow evening. But again, the coverage, 10 to 20% of us seeing storms, many of us not. And then drier weather takes over tomorrow night. Sunday's rain chances are a little lower than Saturday, but still a 10% chance at least. So any storms that we get will end this evening. Increasing clouds overnight. We drop into the 70s. 20% rain and storm chances later Saturday. Those chances 10% on Sunday. Low 90s both days of the weekend. The severe weather risk on Saturday is the western metro into the hill country. Almost the same areas on Sunday. So low severe weather risk, but the risk is there. Then we're 90s through Wednesday, upper 80s Thursday. Cold front knocks us down into the 70s next Friday. The air will stay humid until then. So through at least next Wednesday, you're going to really notice the humidity. But either side of the front has our highest rain chances next week at about 30 to 40% Thursday and Friday. Here's a look at our first warning weather 7-day forecast. Nice to see a front at the end that could cool us out of the humid 90s, but still an active weather pattern with at least some chance of rain every single day.